says, I brought back a demon from Iraq.
If y'all ain't noticed, they harvesting energy right now. They got the NBA finals.
Are there dinosaurs in the Arizona mountains?
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Make sure you guys watch from start to finish. That really helps the channel grow. But with that being said, let's do what we came here for. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
He said he was brought in an all-steel room on this table. Okay, they had him hooked up to a machine that was taking his blood and cooling it and putting it back in his body to lower his temperature to, like, kill him. So you're clinically dead, right?
Yeah, sure.
He said some being comes in that was real tall, that was covered head to toe in blood, like it was red from like gallons of blood on it.
What the fuck?
And he goes, it wasn't, I don't have any other details. He goes, it wasn't human, but he was tall thing covered in blood. That's humanoid. Stands at his head. Another one of the same thing comes in who has no blood on him. He is sapphire blue because he's cold, because he don't have blood. All he told me was these creatures are flesh and bone, but not flesh and blood. I don't know what that means exactly. I kind of think I do, but I don't know. That one stood at his feet. Then they chill him down so he can go down to commune with Apollo. But again, why the guy covered in blood and the blue thing that's not charged? Because it wasn't charged up. They need the blood to charge up. Okay? Think of like robots that work on blood, something like that.
You okay?
But you got positive and negative. That's a very important part of the ceremony. I don't know exactly why.
Wait, what is that? Hold on. The Yaramara, what is that? Are you pulling up there? They're looking like, you guys are great. So there's creatures covered in blood. Like, let's identify what this is. Bloody cryptid humanoid. What the fuck is this?
It in Phoenix?
What is that?
I imagine it's something like that, but I don't know.
Well, it's good to the child eating bloodsucker. No, that's
a different thing.
Go back to the blood covered.
But bloody. I've never heard or seen this anywhere. All I'm listening for is a story I ain't heard before, and I've never heard anything like this in my whole life.
Now, who is that? I took this in Oregon. Bob, look at this photo, gang. I want y'all to see Bob to go because he's gonna be on here next. Now, Bob, I took this 2015 in Oregon. Who is that running through the field right there? And I got more footage, but whatever people told me about, I go out and investigate. So I'm finna show you that never even hit the internet before. You ready for some more?
I'm ready.
So look, you see dude right there?
Showing receipts
I
finally.
was scared, and I had a gun. Because whoever that was 3 feet taller than me, and I'm 6'5". I'm like, well, I ain't nah. Whoever fool is, and he was carrying a rabbit in his hand. You see that white thing right there?
I see it.
That's a rabbit.
And I rebuke this, you know what I'm saying? I rebuke this, you know what I'm saying? And I hope God forgives these niggas for doing this shit right here. Because why would you put a demon and call it the Grand Diable and put it for display for everybody that comes in this garden? Knowing this is a tourist attraction site, that's fucked up, bro. Like, just look at this shit, bro. Let me know if I'm tripping in the comments, bro. Am I?
It's like all the biggest tourist attraction are like named after the devil or demonic, like Devil's Tower, Devil's Bridge. The like biggest hike in Sedona is Devil's Bridge. Like they're all named like devil or something demonic. Like why can't it be something peaceful? Why does it got to be something dawn? Does it go to the past? You know, its origins when they first named it, it was something, right? Because they hold great energy. Because they're tourist attractions for a reason. They're not tourist attractions because the park rangers told us they're tourist attraction. They're tourist attractions because they're high energy places.
No, this
and that's
is
their name.
So we're talking about things that come out of the orbs.
Angels, angelic beings, created beings. They're made of energy, but in a ball of light. But out of that ball of light comes a glowing being. Sometimes they're 6-7 feet tall or taller,
or 125 feet tall.
Yep.
Whatever they want.
They can mimic anything. They can mimic a flying saucer. They can mimic a drone. They can split in 2 or 100.
I've seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in the room with Alex.
Yeah.
The little translucent.
Right. But I've also seen one split into 2 when I was with Matt Bell this past month in Florida.
Yeah.
This one orb rose and it just split in 2 and went opposite directions.
Yeah.
There's some plasma aliens that they're talking about.
Here we go. So who said this?
David Grush just came out and started talking about it.
Corporeal, bipedal,
type life to, what I would consider like sentient plasmoid life, but there are several that the U.S. government is aware of.
Well, he's a whistleblower.
And there's that politician in Brazil kind of confirming that, saying that there's these different beings. One of them's plasma.
Whistleblower David Grush says the United States government has knowledge of at least 4 different types of non-human intelligence. Some are bipedal life with physical bodies. Other are sentient plasmoid life.
Yeah, plasmoids. What movie does that sound like?
I'm stumped. I don't know.
Flubber.
Flubber was
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, but I don't think it was an alien. Something he just made in a lab, right?
Yeah, it's something he made, but it was intelligent though.
Yeah, it came to life. Somebody said, "What if whistleblowers are compromised and government is sending agents?" I always thought that because we have David Grush, Bob Lazar.
There's another movie. What's the other movie?
I don't know.
Nope. Oh, shit! That's the one. It's always in the movies.
Yeah.
Remember, and we were like, wait, the alien is the fucking cloud?
Right.
The UFO files. They dropped this weird video where it was this remember that thing that was just moving like that? Remember that? They're starting to drip feed this weird shit. So I don't know.
That was no.
That's what I'm saying. That was literally no.
Damn.
2022. And I always wonder, I was like, what is this cloud thing? And it was the alien.
It was the alien.
It is the alien.
Right.
So that's what and then they're saying that's what these orbs are that we're seeing. They're saying that this is the actual alien. So I'm like,
there's one war coverage channel that I watch, and they talked about, because they kept seeing the orb in all the war videos. They kept seeing this orb, and they used to call it the orb of judgment. They were joking, but like every time this orb was there, some shit went down every single time.
And they're dead ass serious about these plasmoids.
That was in the UFO files too.
Yes. That video that they were like, oh, what the hell is this thing just moving all?
It was
like plasma.
Like it was alive though.
Literally, like it was alive. Yeah. So I'm like, what is really going on?
Bro, tell me why I'm actually convinced that right now in 2026 that there has been some sort of timeline shift, and that I definitely shifted timelines, because when was Payless Shoe Stores ever Payless Shoe Source? People in my hometown chime in, because I looked up the one in Grand Junction and the one in Glenwood Springs, and it says Source. Like, what?
This image is going viral right now on Twitter. Many people are wondering if this is not AI, because apparently, according to most of the AI detecting tools, it's not likely to be AI, but possible costumes and makeup and whatnot. Or is it a Nordic, one of the most reported alien beings? Mr. President, we've come here from the Andromeda Galaxy to talk to you about your extended level. Or this guy says, these are delegates from Agartha. And then there's another angle here. Now, Trump is 6'3". So by these guys being taller than him, they are quite tall. Now, the way I figure it, because as of now, the whole notion of planets and space and us on a spinning ball and there being galaxies and we can fly through them in spaceships, because I don't really buy that story, but there could be other beings from outside the ice wall. But I don't think they'd be talking to Trump, not because he's an idiot or blah, 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 anything that one of the common normie takes of Trump is. But I don't really think that the presidents and prime ministers and leaders of this world are the ones pulling the strings.
He's a puppet.
Therefore, I don't think that if you were a Nordic being from outside the ice wall, would you go run to try to talk to Trump? I don't really know if I buy that story. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this crazy picture? Again, put it through an AI detector. People are wondering. Comment your thoughts below and follow for more.
Speaking of spooky shit that happens in the hospital, there are patients that come in that have black eyes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
These are the patients that scare me more than a ghost story, because
100%
there is something wrong, and they can be checking into triage for something normal. Say, for instance, like a chest pain thing. Like, they are a normal person coming in off the streets, but there is something that happens inside of you as the nurse that's like triaging them that feels so wrong.
It's going back to the spidey senses as a nurse, as some, like your intuition, the dark eyes. There's like an evil almost,
yes,
and you can feel it almost in your stomach.
My
in the back
friend
of your
told me this
neck.
story. She works in a different state, but she's also a nurse, and she told me a story one time of the fact that she was triage nurse. This guy had come in. He had come in and had like a chronic wound on his, I want to say his finger. I can't remember, his finger or his foot. But that needed to get checked out. He did need IV antibiotics.
This firefighter right here, he keeps looking over at the couch again and again, like as if someone's sitting there and there's not.
And this is when it really gets weird.
Invited is a strong word. I had to say it. Part of my life.
A shadow. Shadow looks creepy, huh?
So it's the opinion of many in the old world research community is that they like to hide things on college campuses because they're some of the most insane buildings in the whole country on college campuses. Check this out. So here I am at Virginia Polytechnic University, otherwise known as Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. This is what they call Burris Hall. Now this is a very interesting building with, of course, steps up to the front door, massive front doors. Now the narrative says that construction began on this building in 1934, and there's a 1934 written right on the building, and it was completed in 1936. You know, kind of like right during the middle of the Depression. So, yeah, that's sort of interesting timing to build a Gothic-style grand cathedral castle to teach youngsters. Do you guys believe that? I mean, I guess it's possible, but I'm skeptical, let's just say that. And of course, construction photos for this building are very sparse or straight up non-existent. What do you guys think? You guys believe this story?
This has nothing to do with what that TikTok was about, but remember that mass event that happened at Virginia Tech? I guess because the dude unalived himself after, like, the Korean community. I saw this from Bobby Lee. He was saying, like, the Korean community, like, grabbed the parents, like, got them and shipped them off to Korea before, you know, there was any interviews, anything. Like, right when that happened, they got the parents, shipped them out to, like, that's crazy, y'all. They didn't want the parents dealing with none of that, and they shipped them back. That's crazy.
Warning y'all, do not watch Disclosure Day. Public service announcement. If you watch that movie, you are going to be visited by demonic beings. I believe that's the point of the entire thing. I just saw an interview with Sean Ryan and like a priest, and he was talking about consecrating movies and music to Satan. This is not a new thing. John Todd talked about this decades ago, about how they would cast magic, you know, in like a room. There's a room in every record label, a throne room, where they'd put magic on top of the master record to have demons follow that. Now we know in Leave the World Behind, there's this really weird, this ominous hum that was present in the entire movie, right? And people felt really sick and uneasy while watching it. How coincidental is it that we've had the third file, or the third batch of files drop on the UFO files right before they push this movie out there? Why do you think that is? They want you to go watch this movie and get subliminally programmed to be out there. Look, people will tell you, people who mess around with all this spiritual wickedness, high places, they will tell you that you can summon, these whistleblowers have said that they can summon these ETs, these aliens, by being outside and thinking of them. So by you watching the movie, having spells brought into your house or in the theater, in your subliminal mind, you're going to be attracting this spiritual wickedness right to you, and I promise you it will come.
Space. And isn't he always preaching Jesus and faith and all that? That's what that's about, right? Because I'm gonna go see it tomorrow, y'all. I'm having a little day date with my lady. Parents are gonna come watch the kids. It's been a while since we got out and got on a date. Like, so she wants to go to the movies. I ain't gonna go watch Moana 2 or whatever crappy movie, Michael Jackson movie they got out, right? I'll go watch Disclosure Day, right? I'll give you guys a review. Maybe Wednesday's video, I'll give you guys a little review. But you know, you can't break boat crew chew, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing gonna get in this house. Ain't nothing gonna. It's all faith, right? You got faith in blocking that out. They're not gonna mess with you.
It's a scam.
That's my
or not a
opinion.
scam?
Oh, it's one of the biggest scams ever.
Detail how it's a scam, please.
It's a scam because it's a rocket company that also has an AI company that hemorrhages money. It's gonna pump. Let's be clear, because the average American is very financially illiterate, and people forget this. And people think they're gonna get rich off of it. So it's a meme stock. So people are gonna buy it.
And some people are gonna get rich off of it.
Some people, the people that are issuing the shares now are the ones getting rich.
Right.
The people that are going from the secondary market to the public market and get their shares priced up at 135 all just got millions and billions of dollars overnight. This is a giant scheme. They're quadruple oversubscribed. Elon Musk has 85% of the Class B vote.
Trillionaire tomorrow.
He's going to be a trillionaire
tomorrow.
It's like literally built as a meme stock.
Insane.
He's the scale of wealth. Like this one guy is richer than countries.
My mind just broke.
It's just a scam.
SpaceX?
All space.
All space.
All space is a complete fucking scam.
There's no get rich quick scheme in the stock market unless you get super lucky, like with Starbucks, with Facebook, with something like that. Back in the 80s, in the 90s, when they first created it, right? When we couldn't even fathom a smartphone. That's when you have to get into it, right? They're not going to come out, promote SpaceX like crazy. We're sending spaceships to the moon every single day, right? They're blowing up. They're not going to put it out and then we're coming out with a meme coin or a stock where you can get rich. Like, it don't work like that. Like, you got to catch SpaceX. I'm not even saying SpaceX. It's too in the public. They don't want you to get rich, y'all. You got to catch something like Netflix or Facebook now and think, what is after the cell phone? Where are we heading next? What's next? Like, we can't even fathom it. They already know about it, but we don't. Like, think about in the 80s. Could you picture a phone like this in the 80s? Right? We've got a lot of older community watching. Could you picture what these phones can do back in the 80s when we had landline phones with the swirly curl cord on it? Like, if you could, you were the very minority of that. There's no get rich quick scheme in the stock market, y'all. Take your time. Take your time. Got nothing but time. Well, there's your blue alien, right? We saw in the first clip.
This is where just keep watching.
No blood. There they are. I called it.
How creepy is this entire concept? And why would anyone write a story like this? What's wild is that people have watched this and say that it mirrors real life. It makes you think about the theories regarding elite groups wanting to, let's just say, clean slate, but framed as a cartoon so they can pass it off as fiction. And what is crazy is this movie actually won a major award at the Cannes Film Festival. It makes you wonder why they would put this out and who it was really aimed for and what they're actually hiding behind the art. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
Anyone else find this bizarre? This is the opening ceremony for America for the World Cup. But something really looks off about all of this. Again, something really seems off about this. I mean, when you actually begin to look at this, this doesn't look right, at least to me. Does it to you? I mean, it almost looks like it's underwater to me. I mean, when you actually begin to examine this, it almost looks like America underwater. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but you have to admit that this looks very bizarre. As does this one right here. What do you notice about this one right here? I mean, again, something really seems off about this opening ceremony from America. And I know I can't be the only one out there wondering exactly what is going on here. Maybe there's nothing to any of this and it's all just one big coincidence and this video is for entertainment purposes only. What do you think?
I was a video game developer in Silicon Valley, and then I became an investor in the video game industry. My background's in computer science. And what happened was, after I sold my last video game company back in 2016, so we're talking 7 years ago now, 8 years ago now, and I put on a virtual reality headset and started playing a VR ping pong game. Right now, these headsets were even bigger than they are now, and they were wired, so there's no mistaking you're in virtual reality. But what happened was that the ping pong game was so realistic that for a moment my brain forgot that this wasn't a real game of table tennis. So much so that I tried to put the paddle down on the table, and I tried to lean against the table, but of course there was no table. So the controller fell to the floor, and I almost fell over. I had to do one of these double takes, like, oh wait, I'm just in VR, right? So I started to think about how long would it take us to build something like the Matrix, something that's so immersive that you would forget, right, that you were inside a video game. And so that led me to this idea of the simulation point, which is a kind of technological singularity. But then I started to research things like quantum physics and some of the mysteries around, the observer effect and quantum mechanics. And then I started to look at all the world's religions, and I realized that they're all kind of saying the same thing, which is that there is no physical universe. And so, that led me to the conclusion that we are most likely inside some kind of a computer simulation or a massively multiplayer video game, depending on how you look at it.
But he says,
when you're in the air, I was gonna say when you're in space, when you're in the air in an airplane at night flying over a city, y'all, you can't tell me that does not look like a computer grid. To a T, it looks like a computer grid from the air, right?
I brought back a demon from Iraq. I'm like, what? Like, what? So I brought back a demon from Iraq. I don't know what made him say it.
Yeah.
But I knew he wasn't the kind of guy
podcast.
that would lie about something like that. I knew it. I said, if this guy says he had a demon, I am not going to question it. He's not a fool. Mm-hmm. And he's special forces on top of that. Yeah. So I didn't know what to do for him. He was crying for help. And I didn't even believe it was possible in those days. But I took it upon myself to start. It was before the internet. So I had to get VHS tapes on exorcisms. I started getting books on it, reading about it, and then God started sending me more people. But there was one guy in particular that I met in a Pentecostal church, the pastor, and God told me, man, if you will not give up on this guy like so many have, I will teach you things you're not going to learn unless you dive in. I said, I'm your man, I'll dive in.
What they're searching for at CERN, for example, is how do you go into other dimensions and create these portals? Because that's an ancient technology that we're still trying to unlock today. And what are they looking for? Well, one of the things they're looking for is the Atman particle, or Atma, A-T-M-A or A-T-M-A-N. It comes out of the Vedas and the Upanishads, where most of the scientists are told to go to get their theological understanding of quantum mechanics. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it properly. And it's also understood as the Brahman as well, or part of the Brahman. And depending on which translations you're reading out of the Vedas, that could be translated as any of those three, and maybe even a few other varieties. But it's the divine essence, as it's called. And this is an invisible particle in another dimension that they're looking for that can merge with a particle you could measure at the quantum level.
They're eating people too now, and now they have found 3.
They found 3 screw flies?
3 screw flies in Texas.
You know how hard it is to find 3 screw flies in an entire
Imagine
state?
you find a fly with a hole in it.
Is that what it is?
Well, from the last video that I was sent,
yeah.
The female screw fly finds a cow with an open sore, lands on the open sore, lays all her eggs inside the open sore.
Okay.
And then when the larvae hatch, they don't go up, they go down, and they start eating the animal from the inside out.
Hence the screw fly.
Hence the screw fly. Yeah.
One of the things the U.S. figured out was if you have a rich public, that rich public spends its money. That fuels the economy, and the rich get richer, and the poor get richer, and the middle class gets richer. And Nixon and Reagan and most of the politicians over the last 44 years, their goal has been to upend that system and send us the other direction. So in 1973, the top 1% made 8% of the wealth generated that year. Today, the top 1% makes more than 40% of the wealth. Wow. The next 15% make another 40%. So the top 16% in the US makes 80% of the wealth. In other words, this idea of the American dream is gone. There's no middle class. The middle class has been eviscerated. The bottom 84% share 20% of the wealth.
Rocky is competing with Rihanna. He wants to be the prettiest. He was just caught in women's intimates. He wants to be the one who's taken care of.
He's not wearing a thong on rapping about, you know what he's rapping about on the stage in front of a bunch of men. He's wearing a thong, y'all. That's crazy.
You believe that girl should just take you shopping? Yes. Why? Because I'm handsome. I'm a bad bitch.
And in turn, it's slowly making Rihanna more masculine.
These are the people they put it
As
the
a
front,
recent
y'all.
example,
These are the people
shows
they
her
put on the radio
establishing her dominance
for a reason.
amongst other women unprovoked. He's siphoning her, and he will siphon her until she chokes.
Are there dinosaurs in the Arizona mountains?
Wearing a thong.
Now, going back to the 40s, there have been reports of people encountering these strange dinosaur-like creatures.
Gangster rapper wearing a thong.
The most recent sighting
Can't
comes
make
from
this
a man
stuff
named
up.
Joseph, who lived in Phoenix. Now, he said one weekend, him and his friends decided they were going to go camping. And they went to this spot out past the Superstition Mountains near the Tonto National Forest. He said they drove down this desert dirt road and they found this clearing. So they set up camp for the night. And as the sun went down, he said it was a nice, clear night. You could see the moon and the stars, and everything was going great. Well, later that night, they decide to turn in, and they go into their tents. As they were falling asleep to the sounds of coyotes howling, they noticed that it went quiet. Something happened to the coyotes and scared them off. That's when they began to hear these strange screams that were sort of echoing through the canyon. And about 15 to 20 minutes later, they began to hear something moving through the desert and going through the brush. And that's when something crashed into their tent, knocking it over. And as they struggled to get out, they noticed this mule deer that is injured and it's on the ground. And it's just moving around and thrashing everywhere like it's terrifying. Right behind it, they see something come out of the desert that they described as a giant looking crocodile if it had two human legs and was walking upright. This thing lunged towards this deer. And as it was distracted, they took off running to their SUV. But soon this thing turned its attention on these three individuals and it chases them to their vehicle. They get inside and this thing is trying to get in. So they started honking the horn. They started screaming and making all kinds of ruckus. And eventually this thing got scared and it ran off back into the desert.
I don't know why I like this
Now,
guy's story.
Joseph said that he grew up on the reservation and he remembered his grandfather speaking about these lizard people. And he said they were very connected to the reptiles, to the snakes and to the lizards. And he wondered if that had something to do with what they seen that night.
Y'all, this is crazy. No string, nothing, just thrown off like. That's crazy. Like, we all have a time, right? It's written in stone before we're even born, y'all, right? Like, this is how you're going to go. This is when you're going to go. This is how you're going to go. That's how she went, y'all. Thrown off a freaking bungee jump by two dudes, just thrown off a bridge like the movies, like 300 when he kicks them into the pit. Like that's what was written in stone for her. That was her. I don't know how to say it, y'all, but that's just crazy. Like, just thrown off like that.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Nobody noticed there's no string until they threw her.
They literally just threw this girl right here 40 meters to her death because they forgot to hook up the rope. And get this part. There was like 10 different people watching from all different angles as I'm showing you. And not a single person knew that this was going to happen. Don't worry, no advisory needed. Nothing shocking in this video. It doesn't show her actually, hitting the ground.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't show it, man. That's crazy.
Needless to say, she did not make it, and you can see behind me, this is where they were getting the body from. This right here is gross negligence at the very best. She was actually seen just posting on social media these bracelets for the jump right before this happened. This was 21-year-old Maria Rodriguez. Make sure you keep the entire family in your prayers, and let me know down in the comments, what do y'all think the punishment for this should be? Do you think there should be a punishment? It kind of seems like a manslaughter thing. It's a mistake, but someone died. I don't know. What do you think?
What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know how they would do it there, but I'm guessing here you kind of sign that contract before you do that. They're not just going to do that without, signing your life away. Pretty much, if you die, it's on you. This is your choice, pretty much, right in the contract. I'm pretty sure. Now I don't know. It's a Brazilian. It's a different country, but I'm pretty sure out here that's something I wouldn't do. I ain't gonna go bungee jump. But I'm pretty sure skydiving, all that. I'm sure some of you guys have skydived. Let me know down below. I'm sure you got to sign something because things happen, right? Parachutes malfunction, bungee cord snap, right? Things happen, but nothing to that extent where they didn't even put the damn clip on them. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think should happen?
Know why moths don't eat your clothes, but they eat your grandma's clothes? Do you know why moths eating your clothes used to be a problem and now it's not? It's because your clothes are made out of plastic.
Yeah.
Your grandma's clothes were made out of natural fibers. Hemp, linen, cotton, cashmere. Your clothes are made out of cancer. And they don't want that shit.
They always say that too. And well, clothes are made. Most of the clothes, right? Like this shirt's cotton.
Do you think the moon's real?
No, absolutely not. The Dogon tribe in Africa talks about the time before the moon. There was a time before the moon, which means what? Which means the moon was implanted there. It was not made by, quote unquote, the original OG God. It was implanted there, and like literally there's a whole science about how it connects to Saturn and how it's literally like an energy suck station, how it's influencing the water and the magnetism of the reproductive cycle, the hormonal cycle. We're 70-something% water. If it affects the ocean, is it affecting us? Absolutely.
Anyone who, submits to Aleister Crowley's teachings, because he taught musicians how to channel a Nephilim, old one, to become famous. And that's what people don't realize. Like, if Jay-Z walks in a room, people just faint or gasp or, oh, yeah. Beyonce walks in a room a whole night. You know how they do the Beehive folks. They just, and you wonder, like, because of music, there has to be something else. Well, there is something else. These guys are taught by Aleister Crowley. He learned how to channel spirits from the flood through blood sacrifice, through pedophilia, through all of these things. These artists can welcome one of those old ones. Now, who are the old ones? These are the spirits from the angels that came down in Genesis 6, came down, mated with men, created beings. Those beings, God flooded the earth to destroy them. Some of them were 30 feet tall. Now, if you got a 30-foot tall being, he's going to get everybody's worship. These Nephilim were used to getting praise and worship. They were gods, like Greek mythology and Roman mythology and even Yoruba mythology. These are all superhumans with superpowers. Well, they were half human, half angelic from another realm. Well, God drowned all of them during the flood. That's what the flood was for. That's why nobody could get in the ark with Noah, because everyone's blood was contaminated by this that had happened.
So you guys have heard what is allegedly washed up on the beaches of the United Kingdom as well as Australia, right? Well, alleged reports out of both countries are claiming that a mermaid hybrid alien type skeleton creature has washed up on both of those beaches. And if you stay around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you those photos. So make sure you stay to the end. But yes, reports from both countries are claiming that just recently, like within the past week, that this alien hybrid mermaid creature skeleton has washed up on both beaches, leaving thousands of people speechless at what they're seeing. They claim it has a more alien type head, but then a humanoid body, and then a fish scale tail. Now, obviously anything we talk about is for entertainment and education purposes only, and conversation, so leave what you will, take what you want. But I feel like we're at this point where mermaid exposure and alien exposure are at the highest they've ever been. So I feel like we should dive down this rabbit hole because this stuff is amazing. So tell me what you think of these photos, because my mind is blown, and leave it in the comments because I want to have this conversation with you. But yeah, I guess we got mermaid alien hybrid creatures now.
If y'all ain't noticed, they harvesting energy right now. They got the NBA Finals. They got the FIFA Cup. They had Child Case last week. Now they got Carmelo Case. Listen, it's all about energy, and they harvesting a lot of it right now. Yeah, make it make sense. I'm telling you, that's what's going on. When you get on social media, everybody is against each other. Huh? Where y'all think their energy going? Where do you think that energy going, man? I'm telling you, it's summertime. So they got to harvest all the energy before they go back and hibernate. See, y'all ain't getting it. They throwing everything at us. Like FIFA Cup, the NBA Finals, everything is all at once.
Fight
y'all,
tonight.
They are energy harvesting, man. I'm telling you. To the people who've noticed, hats off to you. But that's what's going on. Yeah, y'all, everybody's emotions is going crazy. Everybody's egos is running rampant. They harvesting all of that energy. Get in the comments and let me know what you think, y'all. That's what's going on.
Can we talk? Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, like I've grown so much, over time. Like yesterday, there was like probably it was gonna be the fourth quarter of the finals, right? Now I didn't watch any of it really. I just, walking past, see it on and whatever, right? Now there was like 8 minutes, or the fourth quarter was about to start. And I was like, let's go for a drive. Let's take the kids out for a drive before we go to sleep. And I was like, I told my girl, like, what kind of man am I becoming? Like, back in the day, I'd be like, don't talk to me right now. Like, I'm watching the game. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even care. We left the TV on because we were only gone for like 30 minutes. When we came home, I saw them, doing the trophy presentation, which I didn't even watch that either. But I was like, oh, the Knicks won. Like, cool. That's who, if I wanted anyone to win, it was the Knicks, right? Poor New York's got the hell beat out of them in sports forever, right? But it's just crazy that it's just the Cardinals, really. That's all I watch now, and I'm pretty sure that's probably going to get faded out, but that's just something I would always do with my dad, right? We'd always watch the Cardinal game. So that's something I want to do with my sons, right? That's the one thing. Like, yeah, you see me wearing all these sports hats. Like, I don't watch sports, y'all. But when you move out of your home state, I don't know what it is. I just want to represent my home state like no tomorrow now. It's weird, right? I never really wore Cardinal hats and all that. I always wore crazy hats that I got from the thrift shops. But anyways, y'all, I don't really watch sports like that. But it's just crazy. Yesterday, I was like, let's go for a drive instead of sit here and watch the fourth quarter of the NBA Finals, right?
About how physicians are not examining their patients anymore. That's like a thing of the past. When I see patients, every single patient gets in a gown and they're examined from head to toe. And patients will ask, what are you going to do to me? And I'll ask them, hasn't your other doctors been examining you? And they're like, no, they just sit and talk to me. And so as consumers, I think you have to raise the bar, demand better care. Why are physicians not examining their patients, getting them into a gown, taking their clothes off? Doesn't make any sense. The standards are being watered down. Sorry.
You say it's a 90-year cover-up.
Just about, yeah.
90 years.
1933 was the first recovery in Europe, in Magenta, Italy. They recovered a partially intact vehicle.
It's long been known that the regime of dictator Benito Mussolini documented numerous UAP during this time. This internal memo from the Italian secret services includes crude drawings of the UAPs.
It's true. It's real. Yeah, that actually happened. The Italian government moved it to a secure air base in Italy for the rest of kind of the fascist regime until 1944, 1945. And, you know, the Pope Pius XII back-channeled that.
So the Vatican was involved.
Yeah, and told the Americans what the Italians had, and we ended up scooping it.
So let me be very clear about this. You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence.
The government.
Sounds about right. You know, that's something we would do, right? They found the greatest leap for man, some aliens. We're going to go get that from you guys. Don't tell nobody about it, right? Don't tell the people. Go put it on a secure base. Don't tell the people that these things are going on. We're going to keep them fooled. We're going to save it for about 2026, 2027. Well, then we'll tell them. Because by then, they're not going to care. We tell them now, they're going to lose their freaking mind and raid this Vatican, right? But if we tell them 2026, don't worry. They ain't going to care. It's going to go in one ear and out the other.
Spent the last week telling you there are underground alien bases in the ocean and maybe in the center of the earth. And those aliens are fighting each other and may start to fight you. And you know what the response has been? Pretty muted from the public. It's been a pretty muted response.
So you're telling me they find 71 little girls
good, man, I'm
in
good.
a sewer under a synagogue, and they was just exploring. Nyack police had to come and rescue 71 little girls who were on a trip and took it upon themselves to go explore the sewers. Something don't sound right about this. Let's go back to Brooklyn a couple of years ago when they found them
weeks ago
underground in a synagogue. What's going on under there, though? Crazy thing is, they were all little girls. 71 little girls. So you mean to tell me 71 little girls got away from whoever they were with and said, let's go in this tunnel and explore and see what we find. And they bump into a synagogue. Listen to what the mayor said. Listen to the mayor.
Some young girls, some kids, they in the park, they got into the culvert of the creek, and they started exploring, and then they ended up not really knowing where they were, and they got a little alarmed.
What did you say?
As far as I know from the police, I just got here a few minutes ago. As far as I know from the police, everybody's been accounted for. Nobody's missing. They're about to get them all on their buses, take them back home. Mayor Joe Rand, Nyack, thank you very much.
I want to know how random that is. 71 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pay attention.
I don't know about 71. Maybe if it was like 3, 4 tops, right? Let's go check it out down there, right? But 71, one person's going to get 70 other people to follow her through there. All females, not one male. There wasn't one male friend that they had. And 71 of them, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 girls. Maybe. Girls don't really do that. They don't really explore. My boy's exploring everywhere in this house, everywhere. Goes under tables, goes under everything, climbs over things, right? That's what we do. But girls don't, right? I had 2 nieces, and my mom tells me, like, boys are different. I don't know about 71 girls going into a tunnel, a dark tunnel. It's not their thing,
check
right?
this out. Listen.
Where are you from?
India.
India? What, you too?
Yeah.
How long have you been walking? All day?
All day.
Did you fly into Mexico and then walk the rest?
Walk.
They're Mexicans.
But where did you fly into?
It's Mexicans say,
Where did you fly into?
They
What
understand
city?
everything you're saying.
How do you walk from India? Are you from India too?
Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan. Oh, Pakistan?
They're all Mexicans.
Pakistan? Bangladesh. Okay.
That's funny.
And how did you guys fly into Mexico?
Pulling this
And
white
then
girl
walk in the
off.
rest of the way? Walk? How did you get from Pakistan over to here?
They're all
You're
laughing.
from Pakistan too? Oh, India?
Yeah, Punjab.
India?
Punjab.
India. Okay. Yeah, we ran into some of your friends over there. Yeah, this way. Yeah, it is. Okay.
That entire group just claimed to have walked
That's the truth, yo.
to the United States from India. How is that possible? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Because it's flat.
If you come back later, I'm going to do a deep dive on this.
They come over
see
here
what
and
we
they
can
don't
find.
know everyone's
Y'all check this out.
indoctrinated into
Listen.
a ball religion.
Where are you from?
Are you trying to prove everything we see is a hologram?
I'm trying to build a version of a holographic framework that works for space-times that are not anti-de Sitter. So like space-times that are more relevant for like scattering.
So celestial holography is your way to prove this and use it to unite Einstein's theory of general relativity with quantum mechanics. The two foundational theories currently contradict each other.
I think some people genuinely like paradoxes, and it always bothered me because it's just like any paradox where someone actually had the answer in the end, like you just defined it wrong. The big outstanding one is this like short distance physics and long distance physics, because we know that there's quantum mechanics and we know that the GR is important. So like there's some sense in which the actual observations guide you to this still open kind of problem of what theoretical frameworks can consistently limit to both.
Guys, we just checked out at Costco, and this is like the most that we've ever spent. And I have no idea what we bought that was extra. Christopher, what is it?
I think it's just the meat.
Spent $1,100 and change.
No, that's what.
1,100?
Christopher, what the hell did we buy? $1,100. It's insane. Like we usually spend around like $750, and even that's a lot. But $1,100. I don't think we're ever gonna come back here again. I mean, yeah, we did get a lot of stuff, but guys, $1,100.
I saw things in that cart that you shouldn't be getting at Costco, like knives and all that. You can get on Amazon, y'all. You get they order it from China. You know, you're gonna get the same knife set on Amazon for half the price. But the Costco and Sam's Club is expensive, y'all. Like if we go there, for one, it's just a family of 4 here, really a family of 2, like that are actually eating, you know, what we're eating. So we don't really got to go there, but $1,100, like my meat, I would never get at Sam's Club. I got it once. I'm not going to pay for the ribeyes that cost, you know, $100 for 5 ribeyes. Like, no, not doing that. But I bought some like cheaper, like top round, and I was like, I'll never get this here again because it was all the nerves, you know what I mean? The tendons, I mean, not the nerves, the tendons. It was hard to eat, very rough. I'm like, oh, hell no, I ain't getting this no more. But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get back to the hour bangers, y'all. I'm busy. Today, my dad's coming over here in about another hour. We're going to work on the garage, get it organized. So I was like, I wasn't going to do a video today, but I was like, nah, let me at least do a 45 minute video for you guys, at least, y'all, to end the week right. Hopefully tomorrow, we're having a date, but I'll probably do another 45, maybe an hour banger if I get up early enough. If these kids let me, I'll get an hour banger in for you guys, and then I get Tuesday off, y'all. So that's the plan. Hope you guys have a good one. Had a good weekend. Let me know how it was down below. Happy Sunday. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.